Hey guys, it's Jen. I'm here with a video for you today. I thought I would just talk a little bit about The Martian by Weir. I recently read this book for a book club that I'm in and I absolutely loved it. For those of you that don't know, The Martian is a science fiction novel that is a survival story. There is the main character, Mark Watney, who is accidentally left on Mars because his crew thinks he died. So he has to figure out a way to survive on Mars alone. Luckily, he is a botanist and a mechanical engineer, so if anything breaks, he at least has some idea of how to fix it. And there were some potatoes left that they brought with them for Thanksgiving, so he's going to try and grow some potatoes. I actually listened to this one via audiobook because I had heard really good things about the audiobook, and I would definitely say if you haven't read this book, listen to the audiobook because it's freaking hilarious. I know a lot of people who in my group tried reading the book itself and they weren't really that into it, and I feel like if they had listened to the audiobook they would have enjoyed it more. The narrator for this book is R.C. Bray and he does an amazing job with it. I don't think I've ever listened to anything that he's narrated before, but after listening to this one it's definitely not going to turn me off anything that he's narrating because, like I said, he really does a good job. Half the time I would just forget what I was doing. I would get so caught up in the story, and for me, I found that this book was very stressful to listen to because I would just get so caught up to it, and every time that something bad was going to happen, because there was awful foreshadowing and I always knew when something really bad was going to happen, but it still didn't matter. Like, it still freaked me out a little bit every time that something happened. I would just be like sitting there with my mouth hanging open, being like, oh my god, what's he gonna do now? Because poor Mark is just stuck on Mars by himself and there's all this crap going on and he has to fix it or he's gonna die. Overall, I thought this story was just great. It was wonderfully written. It was so easy for me to get caught up in the story and just forget what I was doing, because when I'm listening, I'm usually doing some other task. So most of this was listened to while I was shoveling the driveway, but I would just forget that I was standing outside freezing cold while I was listening to this book, and I'm pretty sure my neighbors probably think I'm a little bit weird now because I was randomly laughing. This book made me laugh so much because Mark Watney has a great sense of humor despite the fact that he's stuck. Weir wrote a great personality for him, and he's a very likable character. Now, this book does switch perspectives quite a bit. It goes back and forth from Mark and NASA, who is obviously trying to figure out how to get him back. This book was also one that I felt that my husband would really enjoy, so pretty much immediately after I finished listening to this, I went and I was like, okay, you need to listen to this book because you'll really enjoy it. And I was sitting in the room beside his office, just reading after he started listening, and I just hear him start laughing, so obviously he was enjoying it quite a bit. He did enjoy it. He, of course, pointed out all the little flaws that were in it because that's what he does. And then after we watched the movie, and I swear I've actually watched a movie based off of a book that he's read before with him, and yeah, it was a little bit annoying because he was like picking apart, that didn't happen in the book, that didn't happen in the book. I was like, you really shouldn't you shouldn't read books if you're going to watch the movie in the future, because it seemed to really bother him. But it was really nice for a change to read a book and watch the movie with my husband and have him know what's going on for both of those as well. It's not something we get to do very often because he doesn't like young adult books and I like young adult books. So, and then a lot of the book movie adaptations are either romance that he doesn't want to read or young adult that he doesn't want to read. So this one was a nice adaptation that he was able to get involved with. But I did enjoy both the book and the movie, and I would definitely recommend this book to anyone who likes sci-fi and survival. It is a bit on the science side. I know I've heard a lot of people complain that it's too sciencey for them, Luckily for me, I really enjoy biology. I took biology in university, and it's just science is something that I enjoy. Chemistry isn't my favorite type of science, but there was quite a bit of chemistry in the book, but I still understood it. But even without the science parts, the Mark Watney's sense of humor just is so good that I think other people would enjoy it as well. And if it's not something you think you would enjoy, you could at least watch the movie because it is still a good movie as well. If you're looking for something that's funny, has a bit of substance, and is just overall a great read, I definitely recommend The Martian. If at all possible, definitely try and give it a listen to because it is a great listen and it's probably one of the best audiobooks that I've ever listened to. But I definitely gave this book 5 out of 5 and thoroughly enjoyed it. I found myself looking for things to do so that I could just listen to the book because I like to do something while I'm listening, and it went by really fast. I finished it in a couple of days and it was just really good overall. So it is one of those books that had a lot of hype around it. In this case, I would definitely say that it's warranted by the hype. So yeah, that's what I thought of The Martian. Let me know below if you've read it or if you plan on reading it, and I will see you guys later with another video. Bye!